there, air signs. I hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you for joining me for another group reading. So if you are Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, this reading is for you. Now, if you haven't joined me for a group reading before, no problem, friends. Please understand not all messages are going to resonate, and that's totally cool. If you need a private session, check me out at my website, kellyfergusonreadings.com. For all of you who are interested, I have a fantastic mediumship demonstration event coming up at the end of this month. So this is going to be a registered event. This is for communicating with your loved ones in heaven. So not psychic readings, but mediumship. So if you want to communicate with your loved ones in heaven, this is the event that you want to sign up for. Check me out at my website for that. And as always, if you love these readings, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can keep reading for you. Okay, air signs. The focus this week is going to be health and wellness, okay? So we're not exactly sure what's going to show up. It might depend, right? But it depends on your energies. So I am going to be connecting with Archangel Raphael today because after all, he is the healing archangel. So are there any messages that we need to look at, Archangel Raphael, for our air signs, for health, wellness, and healing? What should our focus be? And I just get this image like this, like I'm wiping the sweat off my brow, okay? I feel like you've been through a lot. And I remember your reading from last week was pretty hard hitting. So sorry, air signs. But you know how I roll. You know I'm gonna tell you the truth. So, air signs, where are we at now for health and for healing? Boom, okay, workshops and seminars. So for some of you, maybe you do need to go to my mediumship group. That's up to you. Workshops and seminars. So this is talking about healing. This is talking about you taking the reins of whatever it is that you want to be working at or working on and learning things. So you already might be interested in either learning about your digestive system, learning about some new health regime, learning about something spiritual that you want to incorporate into your life. Let's see, is there any, and what it says here is attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. Are there any other specifics here for our air signs, Archangel Raphael? Yep. All right, so there's definitely some stuff going on here. So I have singing and dancing. So this is absolutely going to be physical and emotional for some of you because this is a card about incorporating chi energy into your body, shaking out the old, bringing in the new, but also taking charge of your emotional piece because if you're singing, dancing, laughing, you're feeling happy, okay? Really important. And this says express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. That's got a shamanic ring to it for me as well. So if anyone is connecting to their shamanic roots, better look into that. Okay, I also have clear yourself. So there are some of you who are holding on to some negative energies and we need to clear the space. And it says here, ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. Okay, and based on your prior reading that we had last week in the love category, it was pretty heavy hitting. So it might be time to clear the deck with some of these things that you've been holding on to, okay? And I really feel that even though these cards are all very different, you know, learning and teaching, singing and dancing and clearing yourself, I feel that they all work together as a team, right? Because it's kind of like mind, body, spirit all together. So let's look at your medicine wheel. Holy smokes. There's a lot of stuff already coming out. Yeah, I think this is all. I've already got 4 cards, so your medicine wheel's here on the table. Okay, this, yes. Okay. 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 And you know, even based on last reading, and I don't review past readings, I don't make it a practice in any way. In fact, I make it a practice not to review past readings, so I like to work on energy fresh from today. But here's your East direction message. I've got spider medicine for you here, friends. Don't be scared of spider medicine. It's actually very smart, very intelligent, and very wise energy, okay? Because what is one of the spider's best gifts? Building a web, right? You see these legs all stretched out here? Why does a spider stretch out its legs on its web? What is it doing? What's the function? He is feeling, or she is feeling, for vibration. Not just any vibration, but a specific vibration, right? So if we think about this spider and what their goal is, they're usually setting up a web so they can catch their dinner, right? Now, lots of things are going to move the web other than just dinner. What if a wind goes by? The web is going to shake, right? So what this is telling you, you air signs, is You don't have to respond to everything that comes your way. And this is something you need to start doing because it's in the east direction, okay? Things that you start doing, passions, fires, this kind of stuff, okay? You need to row your own boat. You need to be the one. You know that saying, you don't have to show up to every fight you're invited to? This is totally up your alley right now, because especially with that last reading, there's been some heavy stuff going on for you. So this is about truly leaving that stuff in the past and moving forward and not diving your toe back into those old energies that don't work for you, even if they come looking for you. Even if some people bring this stuff up to you in the past, let's just say you have an ex, because I know this was an issue for you. What if the ex or someone who knows the ex comes up to you and is starting, oh, well, that was your fault. That was your fault. You shouldn't have done this. You can choose to engage in that fight and to continue to justify yourself in the actions that you took, or you can say, that's old news. I am not going to respond to that anymore, right? You have to be very choosy about what you respond to, and this is what you have to do. You have to make bigger boundaries for yourself, air signs. Otherwise, you might get walked on, or you might have people take advantage of your kind heart, okay? So, south direction, I have the Weaver energy coming for you. And this is it's interesting that the Weaver is showing up because Spider is the master weaver, right? Isn't she though? So when we're talking about Weaver energy in terms of grandmother elder energy, we're asking you to look at what are the patterns that you have created or weaved into your own life in an emotional way. So for example, if in past you were leaning on one person, or you weren't speaking up for yourself and therefore not getting what you wanted, or maybe not closing the door and keeping it closed when you needed to keep it closed, but you keep opening up that door again, and then what do you know? The same story comes tumbling through. This card is asking you to look at the choices that you have made and what the direct impact was to your life, and where do you see those patterns repeating themselves, because it's time to stop repeating those patterns, okay? Are you weaving in harmony? So the things that you're focusing on, are you focusing on good things, or are you focusing on things that are going to make you feel yucky? Because where mind goes, energy flows. Isn't that the truth? And we've been talking about that for a long time, air signs. Not just with you, with everybody. I'm not picking on you, okay? But you in particular have had it a little hard in the last little while. So this is asking you to choose your emotions more directly, more discerningly, where if you think about a weaver, and when we're talking about weaver energy, we're usually talking about making blankets. And what are blankets for traditionally? For warmth, for comfort, for protection, right? So what are you surrounding yourself in? What are you coating yourself in? And is it something that's going to make you feel positive and loved and supported? Or is it something that's from the past that's going to make you feel like, oh, that wasn't good, that wasn't good? Right? Look at the patterns, change the pattern, choose something better, you get a better response, and then you start walking down a better path. That's how it works, air signs, okay? So, another really important message for you, I have Badger showing up in your west direction. Boom. Not only is Badger a very female, very strong female type energy, Badger, let's just say, is maybe a little bit OCD as far as, you know, cleanliness and all this kind of stuff is concerned. She keeps the cleanest den. She's also really great with plant medicine and healing, all right? So that probably is matching for some of you as well. But Badger keeps a very clean house. And I want to say like garbage in, garbage out, if any of you know what that statement means, okay? And because you have an ex situation or something that you got rid of in the past and it was knocking on your door again, this is very gently a very nice reminder that says if you put something out of your house or outside of your environment because it was cluttering your space and not making you feel good, then maybe you shouldn't let that come back into your house, because then you're going to end up feeling the same way and you're going to end up having to do the same cleanup. And if you've gone through the ringer already cleaning this negative energy out of your life, air signs, do we need to repeat this? We really don't. What are you weaving in? So this is definitely relevant for some of you as well, because your north direction has the record keeper. Okay, the record keeper is about journaling. It's about looking at your patterns, and it's about learning from the past. It's about learning about what worked for you and what historically, or in terms of wisdom, great wisdom from our creator, what knowledge is going to support you in moving forward. You might want to start journaling. You might want to start recording your feelings and reviewing these things, because when you review items that happened in the past, how you dealt with it and what you ended up getting, it's a real clear-cut way to see the patterns that you have created for yourself. And then when you see the patterns, you can make active choices to choose differently. Okay? This is also about ritual and about bringing in past knowledge, okay? So whether or not you need to do an actual ritual to release negative energy, to call positive energy to yourself, whatever that looks like for you, don't be afraid to go more traditional and use those energies. Use your words, abracadabra, right? As I speak, I create. So don't forget to speak in terms of what you want to receive. Don't forget to speak of the lovely things you want to feel. Incorporate this language into everything that you do, and don't forget, write it down. Because if you write these things down and you do a ceremony and everything turned out wonderful, and you write down, oh wow, 2 days later this and this and this happened, you might want to review the steps that you take or that you took and go, maybe that's worth trying again, right? But if you don't write it down and keep a journal of what you did, you may not remember what got you to this new outcome. There's a lot of magic at your fingertips, air signs, but it's all starting with you. It's starting with what you respond to. It's starting with the patterns that you're creating in your life. It's starting with you not letting things in the back door that you kicked out already, and you being diligent to yourself. That's how you heal, that's how you get well, and that's how you really tie up loose ends with all of this extra stuff that's hanging along. You got a lot of things to learn, and I mean, by learning, I mean leveling up, okay? Go do those things that you've been wanting to do. Be happy, be joyful, be physical, and don't hold on to the negativity anymore, air signs. It's not for you. It doesn't work well with you. Let her go. Air signs, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope that these messages helped give you some stability to help you move on your way and feel better. And if you like these messages, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can keep doing readings for you. And if you need a private session, check me out at my website, kellyfergusonreadings.com. Thank you, my friends. I'll see you next week.